Good night, everybody. Good evening, depending on the part of the world that you are. Today we're going to be working with with RoboCo. We're going to be building some features and seeing the new features that have been already released. Let me just end with that. Okay, that's right at the end. Perfect. So just within ultra code for the sake of it. Today we're diving right into it. Okay, let's see. Music maybe. Putting my volume down because I don't want to be like with all the music in my head. But anyway, we're starting in a couple minutes. Just preparing everything. Okay, let's see. Preparing the prompt that we're going to be sending to the intake. We're going to be working with the company side of the whole of RoboCo. Let me just increase the fan speed because I can see how it's taking quite a bit of toll on my CPU temperature. Yes, here. All right. Let's see. So since last time, I cannot even remember what we did last time. I think we were what were we implementing last time? It was close to the time that we were working with the applications, the app of self-hosted LLM provider, maybe? Could have been one of those two. But yeah. That being said, we're gonna dive right into it. So we go to the task assistant, we're gonna board lead, we're gonna choose everything, and we're gonna send this prompt. We are gonna be building like a company scorecard, a read-only panel on the business goals tab that shows live how the company is actually doing against this charter. So we, the CEO, can glance once and know if we are winning without digging through tasks. This is all part of the whole getting everything automated plan. That's the roadmap right now to get everything like automated. So, for example, right now we have the PR review that it's a new agent that the PR reviewer will just review both internal and external PRs. The only thing is that it's only user-based and external for now. It's not entirely, for internal reviews. I'm gonna wire that the next time. But yeah, let's just dive right into it. We're gonna start chatting. We're gonna start the whole process. As soon as we have our task here created, we're gonna go, sorry. we're gonna go straight into the new tabs and how to use them, how to use the different pages that appeared, how they changed, what's new, and where we are headed next. Fine, I think. Let's just change something else. Let's like that. Oh, about. Let me explore the code base. Perfect. So the intake has already kicked. Let's just start reviewing a little bit the other pages. So the dashboard has changed just a little bit. We have the backend, the different teams and their health. You can jump right into it here if we want to go talk with the task assistant, or if you want to go talk with our secretary. Our secretary is a new feature. I took inspiration from one of our collaborators and from one of the contributors of the project, and I took the initiative into taking his ideas onto RoboCo, for example, here for the business part. So then we have the quick actions. We're a little bit buried down here. I just brought them up here. I personally don't use them that much, but that's fine. Here, the CEO approval queue. We haven't ever actually seen this part. We never went into the overview dashboard that much, but here is an easier way to like control everything, not having to click inside of a task and things like that. So having everything here, it's sometimes way easier than having to go into the task, know what you're trying to approve and stuff. It's automated. We have the strategy signals. This is a part that the board, the head of marketing, they will be looking for opportunities along the development process. And what they're gonna try to do is to basically bring together ideas for us to either approve or reject. If we approve those ideas, they will take care of creating the appropriate tasks for those ideas, so that we can carry on. We can move on with new features onto the platform. So like it's a great addition. Part of the inspiration that I took from this contributor. We have the PR reviews. Every time that a PR review lands on our, like for example, this one, we have the M2 extract Docker lifecycle. A contributor, Gogo Soto, he opened the PR, and we already tested the PR review here. It requested changes, rightfully so. As you may see, this developer has been like making a bunch of changes, and at some point we sent the PR reviewer that reviewed the whole PR, checked that our repo and everything, and came with a big verdict. It's blocking because of correctness. This user is trying to like extract the Docker lifecycle into a Cloud Code provider and bringing in other providers, which is actually super good. It's something that is down my roadmap. The other day I saw that Grok build has been released, and I thought that it would be a good idea to not only have Cloud Code as the welded engine of the whole RoboCo organization, but also to have alternatives such as Gemini, such as Grok build, and so yeah, this is quite on that alley. Was an idea that I came across while just doom scrolling. So yeah, it identified some bugs, some security issues, some design pattern issues, a couple tests, missing test issues too. It highlighted what was good, and yeah, I gave a summary. And this was fully automated, which takes a lot of responsibility out of me when it comes to PRs that contributors are opening. What I'm doing right now is extending this part onto the internal PRs, just so that I can make internal PRs better, because they are not performing the best, basically. The QA and the PM reviews are a little bit narrowly scoped, and yeah, there's stuff that is just escaping, basically. That being said, there's conflicts with this PR, so we cannot do much. Let's just assign it in progress and go back to our RoboCo. Oh, and just to show a little bit, these are all the PRs that have been closing since last stream. I think that is like 2 or 3 pages of them. There has been a lot of development. We replaced Piragi with an in-house RAG engine. That was good. Now the images are much lightweight and easier, faster to get up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if we go back to the panel, we have that part of the PR reviews. Every time that someone opens a PR on this repo, the PR reviewer agent will make sure to go and do a PR on that. In fact, if we go here, it will create a task for it. In the notes, it will leave basically its review on the QA notes. And so yeah, we have exactly the same thing that has on GitHub, so we don't have to even like go to GitHub to get this reviewed by ourselves. We just come here, read the whole breakdown, and we take it from there, whether we want to approve or reject with changes. It works as a normal task. We have the key metrics, all the auditor alerts if it finds anything. We have the token usage and cost. This is something we're gonna get there, but it's working pretty good. And yeah, recent activity and active blockers that I should probably pay a little bit more attention here, because we have unassigned, unknown. Yeah, not good. Let's check how the agent is doing. What you're asking for? A read-only company scorecard that shows live deliveries, 30 days spent versus budget cap. Yeah, I mean, what actually exists today? The company goals page is flat page, no tabs, with one editable company goals card. Showing the charter. The scorecard would go below it. Yes. 2 things to confirm. Completed in the last 30 days count. The cockpit summaries delivery section has all time task counts by status, not a 30-day window. I will pull this from one. Sounds about right. And 2, we have placement. The page is currently called company goals in the sidebar, not business goals. No, that's wrong. I'll place its code directly below the existing charter. No, you're wrong. The business sidebar item, would have inside a tab that holds goals. If the UI, you'll find the business sidebar item. It has inside, didn't have inside specifically. Let's go. Oh, yeah, it's here. Inside the, it has inside. Let's go back here. Item, business item, a sidebar item has inside 3 tabs: goals, secretary, and pitches. this feature should live inside roles. Check the URL again. Please go look at it properly. Yeah. We'll see if it gets it right this time. Yeah. Go check the sidebar. In the meantime, we go back here. We have the new business tab. That is well exactly what we are talking with the intake, an interviewer or task assistant, right here. So the business is it has company goals, your chief of staff, secretary, and board pitches all in one place. So what does this mean? The pitches is when remember before I was talking about like how the product owner and the head of marketing, they will search for opportunities in the code base as we develop. They will search for opportunities for new features and things that will position us in a better place for the market. And they will pitch those new features to us to either approve or reject. As of now, I have nothing under pitches, so yeah. They will appear here. There's nothing for you to do here. Then you have the company goals. The company goals is you have the company charter where you have your North Star, right? Your North Star would be like what you're heading towards. I put in here, turn one person's intent into shipped, maintained software, a company that runs itself, where the CEO sets direction and approves, and the agents do everything in between. So like that's our motto in a way here, okay? When we say this is our North Star, is this the direction that we set the company towards to? We have a couple constraints. For example, AGPL only, never reintroduce another license, no secrets in agent containers or commits, CEO approves every merge to master, that's just the way it is, and stay within the monthly budget cap. So all these things, and also like the objectives that are here below, the operating policy, we'll see another time because I'm still working on that, but all of this will be directly injected onto the agents, and the agents will have this as the context of the company. As of now, agents just work as if they were, I don't know, contractors in a way. With this, it's kind of like the glue for the company. Until we didn't implement the business part with the company goals, the secretary, the pitches, what happened? We just had the factory and we were like shipping. This is kind of like the office, okay, of the company. This is not where things happen, but this is where things are set. Like again, the North Star, where are we going? The constraints, what not to do, and our objectives. For objectives, as of now, we are not tracking every one of these objectives. Again, it's a new feature, but the objectives is you set up a metric. For example, tasks shipped to merge with no human code edits. The target is 90%. So 90% of the code that we ship, we aim to make it zero human code. Everything has to be like AI code, and it's very active. The median lead time for the intake merged in less than 24 hours, And then critical escape defects per release 0, so like no bugs basically. And this is what we set for the company. This is how we reach success. That's what we are telling the company. If we turn one person's intent into the ship maintained software, that's our direction. Our objectives would be like what will take us to that North Star, and the constraints will be like what will set us back. Now, that being said, I'm not gonna start my secretary right now, but we can ask the secretary different things, and the secretary will go do for us. Like, for example, go check on the backend cell because they are stuck. Go do, I don't know, like, how are we doing, like, as a company? How close are we of our objectives? How well are performing our agents and things like that, right? We're gonna come back to this later on. And well, the pitches, as I was saying before, the pitches is simply where the board members will bring us ideas for us to implement, whether we want or not. Like if we don't want it, they will still pitch them, but we can reject them. That's the whole point or idea. Let's go back to our friend. I searched thoroughly and need to be straight with you. The codebase today doesn't have a business sidebar. I think you are wrong. The business tab page already exists in branch or deployment and can see from this workspace. Point me to it. Business tab page is something that needs to be built. No, it's already been built. Make sure you're on master branch and have pulled from origin. It's so weird. It might have like a stale it might have like a stale yeah, I just need to know whether I'm drafting against that. I can bring in this one. So okay, yeah, we'll have to like no, this one won't have it, but I can see a business tab page isn't in my data checkout yet. Okay, business, check it. It's okay. That's so weird though. I'm thinking what it could be, right? Be sure it should be like a stale workspace. Workspaces. Or intake. Yeah, I think it's it has like a stale workspace. We'll have to like fix it later. What are these fields? Oh wait, we can maybe start like removing this basically, so that you know the panel board. It's just UX line code. Okay, perfect. They both went to the API last time, so we don't have it here. That's perfect. It's just go back. Okay. That being said, let's see. Card renders on business goal. Perfect. That's all we need, because our prompt was already like descriptive enough as to make it. Let me check first though. Metric service dot get velocity. No, I don't like this. I definitely don't like this. I'm gonna end the chat. We're gonna start over, because I don't think this is good. I have to like, you know, wipe the old stale in the background. Here, it's okay. Let's just delete all this and make sure that it just pulls exactly the new stuff. Yeah. Background. Quite a bit. Okay. Let's go back. Start shining. I should pull, I guess, the right, because this is so strange though. Let's just pull for ourselves the repo. The Git operations has been like extended a little bit. Now you can merge PRs from here. You can push to remote. You can commit changes, pull from remote, fetch remote. It's actually super good because now with this, we can triage or resolve crisis much faster than before. Before we didn't have much power. Right now I changed that, so we have like mostly God mode when we are working with RoboCo. So we can literally just do whatever we want. We can transition tasks however we want. Yeah, working pretty good. I hope that the interviewer gets it right this time, because I can see like my latest changes in here. That's the thing, that it's like strange. I can see my latest changes. That's weird. It's fine. What else have we changed? Kanban looks way better now. We also have the communications are pretty much the same, even though like a lot has been going on over here. Yeah. Journals, I fixed this because it wasn't working properly. Now it's working much better. And again, we have like all the journaling. Notifications, see, strategy engine. I have one. The company is idle, but it has standing goals. So the company is idle, no delivery work is in progress or claim, yet the charter defined goals to pursue. Consider authoring a pitch or starting work toward an objective. I'm gonna just acknowledge it. Metrics. I've separated metrics into velocity, task status, agent status, and team health, and then you have the token usage on the second tab. Yeah, these are like the we have like full visibility of how many tokens we are using, how much money we are spending. Like for example, total cost in the last 24 hours. I haven't been doing much today with RoboCo, but yeah. We have like a divided by the different teams. We have the agent tokens today, so who has been spending the most? It's always the backend. Spoiler alert. How much we have been spending so far, which this is like on Claude's own like it's kind of like here, like on CC status line, it tracks exactly that, but as we are using a subscription, it never reaches that part, right? Like that huge amount. We can track each individual session's cost. I am using Sonnet 4.6, Opus 4.6, and Haiku 4.5 for most of everything. Like I'm not using anything else but that. I personally didn't like much Opus 4.7 and 4.8. I think that they regressed a lot, and 4.6 works much better for me. And so yeah, you can go back into any kind of session that you have had and check how much you've been spending on them. This is when I was testing the PR reviewer. And so yeah, you can track the token usage here. It's pretty accurate. Another thing is like you can see how much each of the agents has been using to Anyway, let's go back to the intake. The intake should be good. Now I have a solid picture of the when I verify in the code. Business codes tab. Yes, perfect. Now it has everything. It was like a stale repo. I knew it was like a stale workspace. Just had to wipe it. That's it. We're gonna just send it for the sake of it. We're gonna just send it to the board. If something is up with it, the board will flag it for us. So it's all good. As always, our involvement here is minimal almost. Board review there. Let me check that it actually sent the board to work on it. Yeah, product owner and head of marketing started working. Should be fine. I don't know if I triggered the button a little bit too soon, but we'll see. They're already working, so. What else did I want to show you guys? Okay, so we have like the total spend and the total amount of tokens per agent here too. Could give us another type of measurement there. Knowledge base stays the same. Yeah, I just removed the dependency on Hiragi because it was like importing Torch and a couple more things, and it was like getting everything like super heavy. I decided to literally drop it. In any case, I was just already modifying a big part of its code, so the change or the switch from in-house RAG from Piragi was seamless. AI providers, I just made it a little bit more appealing, and the settings is very important here, guys. It's it grew a little bit with these new features. So like now we have, as we had almost before, we have the user info, appearance, data and refresh, transcription, transcript retention, notifications, and connection info. Those were already there, they stayed. What we have now are the feature flags. You can activate or deactivate the external PR review. It will discover and review inbound external fork pull requests whenever someone wants to merge with you. Internal PR safety review, so run the read-only safety reviewer on internal branch PRs. Every time that we create a new PR internally, they will start reviewing those as well, because as of now, QA is the only one that can review the process, but PMs are not actually reviewing the code or anything. They are just like closing PRs. So there's no way to grapple onto it. What we do now is with the internal PR review, we make sure that this internal PR reviewer, what it will do is like have the whole, big picture, or like the whole context of what we are trying to do, and with that you have like cross-sell information. So for example, if the backend, if we are reviewing the task for the front end, and the internal PR reviewer checks the backend and says the API contract is not correct, we can send that back to the front end team without having to us intervene into it. I found myself all the time reviewing the PRs and sending back to rework. So I guess that this is the next step onto the automation and the headache-free development. We have also the web search board PM. So we let the board and the PMs run web research. This is because of the pitching. So like they will search the web and they will try to come up with ideas, as we were mentioning before, pitches. They will try to come up with a pitch to tell you like, hey, it would be quite good if we developed this type of idea or that type of idea. So again, here we are. Remember that before I was saying like we have the factory and now we have the office. So these are all the things that we will be tracking in the office. I'm sorry. The strategy engine, so generate and maintain company strategy artifacts, everything that we were checking in the code. Our secretary will always make sure that we have everything tracked there, and if we need to change something, we can do it. This is actually great. We have the self-healing feature. This feature spans it's for RoboCo, so it will watch RoboCo's own CI results, and based on it will notify us when something regresses. If something regresses, we can also open a pending fixed task or for a detected regression. So if we have self-healing on, we can, oh, I didn't mean to like deactivate it. So like if we have it on, then we can actually, oh wait, give me 1 second. I have, yeah. We have the verdict. Revised draft, okay. It seems like they decided to change a couple of things here and there. That's fine. Yeah, fluent start. Let's just kick it off. But anyway, the idea here is that yeah, well, because we were in the self-healing part. Let's go to tasks. Perfect. That company's scorecard. Anyway, now, as I was saying, oh wait, we have that open. Let's just go there. And we were in the settings. Okay, perfect. So if we have self-healing detect and notify activated, we can also activate the open fixed tasks, and it will actually like create the tasks that we need to have it fixed. Those things that they find in the CI issues. So for example, we are here. We go to actions. Imagine that I made a commit and I have a red CI here instead of a green one. The PR reviewer will, the self-healing feature, sorry, will come here to check the CI, detect what has gone wrong, and based on that, create a fix task for the agents to work on. For example, here we had like eight failed tasks, and they would have like go and fix it. Go back to code. Okay. Pitch auto provisioning. So auto provisioning projects from approved pitches. So again, the board goes to search in the web and to think about ideas on to how to make it better, the system. They will start pitching those ideas to you. This is the setting that enables that. After setting anything in here, you have to trigger a restart. That's a huge disclaimer, but you know, it happens. If you don't set it already in your environment, it's all in the documentation anyway. RAG auto update, so keep the knowledge base index refreshed automatically. That's true by default. And transcript pruning, run the background script that prunes all transcripts. Yeah, that's just it. Don't forget to have your retention window here for the transcript. Now, that being said, that's all for the new features and stuff. There's more underway. I'm gonna be, I guess, like adding a PR reviewer per brand, per cell, and things like that. As we see, we already are in progress. We should have a plan split into the independent forecast. Yeah, perfect. I've also improved things that are not that visible, like out of nowhere, but I also improved task concurrency and parallelism. So because we have two developers per cell, so it would be like, you know, good if we can like parallelize the work across tasks that don't overlap in the code. And yeah, we should be starting here. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how everyone's like working on it. We have main PM, backend PM. They are already working on it. I don't see the front end PM, but they will arrive any minute now. Where is it? There it goes. 2 PM. And off we go. That's it. We don't need to intervene anymore. This is the magic of RoboCo. We don't need to intervene anymore in the whole like development process because we already we have already done our part. Pick it up, send our idea, and tell it to okay, I want to do this now. They will start checking everything out and start working on it. Maybe next time we should be using another project that is not RoboCo. As of now, I'm trying to make RoboCo work on itself and improve itself. A lot of dog food, as they say. But it's been quite good. It's progressing a lot. I'm pretty close to have it like run 24/7 on its own. The major problem there is budget. I am not sure how much usage I have as of now. Let me check. Usage has been resetted for me yesterday night, and we are currently at I don't know if you can see there, but 29%. My screen is horrible. One second. Let's see if I can show you. But yeah, we have like 29% views. It resetted like yesterday night, like 24 hours ago, but I've been heavily using it, mostly because I've been tracking all of my notes and stuff like that from 3 years ago, well, 2 years and a half, more or less, 2 years, that I've been chatting with Claude, and I've been saving everything into Obsidian notes, and now I have like a huge map there of my notes. It's it was quite a project. I liked it. I hope to do some good things with it and not only track my thought patterns, but also see if I can generate more and new ideas with it. You can see that the backend has already started working. That's good. It's a small feature, so they should like not take that long in implementing everything, but we'll see how much it takes them. But yeah, I've been doing the thing with Obsidian as I can. I got the idea. I just downloaded a plugin, and then I started like putting everything in there. It looks pretty safe. I don't know if I want to show you my ideas, guys. So, but yeah. Anyway. I wanna make here a point. I'm on X all the time, seeing people like talk about harnesses and loops and workflows and things like that, or like this guy, 9-layer production AI architecture, and it's the most honest breakdown. Services, agents, from security evaluation. It's one file. Skeptical. I'm very skeptical of those things. But I've been seeing a lot of those things. Like for example, like today I did a little bit of a bold move, but look at this thread. Like you see, Anthropic quietly shipped a feature that lets Claude build its own team of AI agents inside Claude Code. Not sub-agents reporting to a manager, but actual agents that message each other, review each other's work, and collaborate like a real team. In the demo, a team lead created a QA engineer, a front-end developer, and a back-end developer. The QA agent found 3 bugs, sent feedback directly to the developers. They fixed the issue, and the app shipped in a single pass. It's called Agent Teams. It's available in Cloud Code version 2.1.32 and newer. And here's a guy that said, I like this comment. This guy said, that's not agent teams, that's the existing sub-agents feature. You configure files in and prompt them to message each other. Documented for months. The screenshot shows a user typing instructions that orchestrate sub-agent message passing. The feature is the prompt, not the platform. Calling existing sub-agents a new agent teams launch is how rebranding becomes news. And so I went in there and said, this exactly. You saw right through the hype. I love that. Would you try the real thing they are claiming to be releasing? Check it out. Give it a try. Because they are talking about like, oh, because these agents can talk to each other. We have two ways of talking, two ways the agents talk to each other here. Okay? We have the communications. So like in the communications, for example, as we were seeing like before, we have the board. The board, they are like talking with each other. You see, head of marketing, this needs your UX position review. And it did actually like the review. So like they have two ways of talking here. They have the chats that they come from sessions and channels. You have channels, groups, sessions. Why is this? Because like not everybody can post anywhere, you know? You have channels for a reason. The backend cell, the frontend cell, the UX UI, is the cells work. It's all composed in there, and they talk about the work they are doing because it's separated by task. So when they are working on a task, they are working on a specific session where they talk to each other over there. And then there's the urgent option that is agent to agent. Agents can call and even like spawn other agents whenever they have something urgent. Imagine that the backend developer now got like stuck. He can like put this task into blocked and call its PM to have a conversation live between them and resolve the issue that they are facing. If the backend PM has no idea or has not the power to fix this, what it will do is will hang up with the backend developer. It will take ownership of the task and it will call the main PM. And it will be like, hey, listen, here we have a problem with this task. I cannot resolve. There's a, I don't know, merge conflict and things like that. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. We see how we have everything like going on. This task hasn't started because it has like a sequence one. When you have one only agent working on two different tasks, you will be using sequencing. If we go to this task, the sequence of this task is 0. So it will go and tackle the tasks in sequence because one task may depend on the second one. If here we have a third one that was unrelated, we could have assigned the unrelated one to the backend to the front-end developer number 2 and let the front-end developer 1 take on this 2. In this case, we only needed 2, so that's it. And yeah. Going back to the X post, I said, would you try the real thing? Because they are claiming, because we do have an agent organization, not even a team. This is an organization. We are the CEO, we have a board, we have main project managers, we have self-project managers, we have QA, peer reviewers, developers, documenters. So yeah. And I explain a little bit. It's an AR agents organization. Runs through Cloud Code. I'll be expanding the providers. Role gated, open source, and self-hosted. Runs almost on its own. You chat with the task assistants intake, which drafts a task. The board, the product owner, and the marketing head of marketing reviews it, adjusts the scope. The moment you approve the draft, you forget about everything for the rest of the development process. The task gets created, the different teams start working, they open PRs, and then you get notified when the final umbrella PR is ready to merge into master main branch. That's when you come back, review the PR. There's also an agent for this, which today I was presenting to you guys, and either approve or send back for rework. Fully traceable, you know exactly who did what, why, the decisions they made, the results, their struggles. And this is very much, we can even go here, for example. Let's go with the backend developer. Let's say struggles. What did you struggle with? Let's see. A couple days ago. It struggled, what, 1 or 2 days? 3 days ago. Branch feature is diverged. Local has 3 commits. Remote has 4 commits. Local doesn't have. I am done runs a push and fails with a git error. Updates were rejected because the tip of your current branch is behind its remote counterpart. Perfect. Now we have a documentation of what's wrong. We can go and tackle it actually in the code. So like we could make this struggle a task that will ultimately make RoboCo even better. And like that, we have so many things because this is just struggles. We have task reflections. We have decision logs. I love the decision logs. Implement completed 30-day and median lead time hours in cockpit service. This requires extending a response with 2 new delivery metrics. Options considered: simple, less in direction, violates separation of concerns. And option B, matches acceptance criteria exactly, and blah blah blah. What did it choose? Option B. If we along the way say like, no, this is wrong, this should have been like inside of the, I don't know, cockpit service directly, we could actually trace it back to this moment and say like, aha, this is the moment that one of the agents actually messed up. So, you know, it's fully traceable. It's not like Cloud Code that once it goes away, you have like to use Cloud Mem to be able to like, or some type of memory management for the agents to be able to trace back. Here we forget about that. We don't even like use a plugin for it because why would we? We have everything here. We have everything like persisted, and we can also like go in here and we can see like decisions, reviews, learnings, errors, journals. We can go and browse all these things. Earnings. We can go check all of these pieces of documentation if we needed to. Okay, our backend developers finished in 4 minutes, more or less, 5 minutes. Here it says 10 minutes, but it was created. Oh no, okay, it took exactly 10 minutes. That's fine. That's pretty good, actually. Let me see if I have any notifications. Yes. So the company cycle has some goals, no delivery. The product owner and head of marketing. Okay, this was the review that they did, and this is consider authoring a pitch. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we don't care. Bye bye. Just gonna go back to task. So yeah, as you see, we have to do literally nothing right now. It's not like Cloud Code as you would use it normally, that it will stop you every 5 minutes to ask you if you want to do this or that. It's all like predetermined. So every single agent goes in to work knowing exactly what it has to do. We already defined everything in our task. The task has like a breakdown of the things. Like you have to think that our main task is the richest one, right? The one that has like the whole scope of it with all of the acceptance criteria. And when we go into the smaller ones, we have like more targeted things to do. And even here, it gets like super targeted. You have to run this and that and do it, and that's it. So like agents don't go crazy about like context and management and how much they are spending. We are running a whole pipeline of things, and it's simply just not consuming as many tokens. In comparison, I'm using the same amount of tokens that I would use with an ultra code session normally. So yeah, and during the weekend, they resetted the limits. They did a reset on the limits because they brought Fable 5 down. I used it every single token that I had since then. I woke up, what was it, like Sunday? I woke up on Sunday. I saw that I had like my limit 0%, and I said like I'm gonna use it, and I used it. I used everything. I think I got to 98%, 98% by Tuesday 10 p.m. before I ran out of tokens and I got the reset. And as you may see here by the amount of tasks that have been done already, yeah, we used those tokens. Well, also because of the amount of features that we have now. But you see how we have the awaiting QA here. We have this task that has already been the QA must be like working already. Yeah, front-end QA and back-end QA. But we have the PRs already there. So 207 and 208. We should be going to, yeah, we have the pushes and stuff. Here we go. Do we have the PR reviewer here? No, I think he would take care of the main PM one, if at all. The MyPy errors are pre-existing in Origin Master. I don't think those errors are pre-existing, but it's fine. We'll see. It's fine. We will see. Anyway, as you may see here, we have like the breakdown. Let's go check the backend PR. Why is it failing? The CLA, that's fine. I did this. I want to check the files we changed. Completed 30-day, median lead time hours. Get the very stats, sorry. That seems nice to me, like no major code red flags or anything like that. So pretty good. It has the tests. Yeah, looks good to me on a high level. We'll see what the QA says. And then we have also the one from the front end. The front end is being a little bit lazy with the formatting here and the markdown, but fine. 2 files changed. Company Scoreboard card. Perfect. Yeah. What else do we have? The 2 new thingies in the API contract is correct. This is good. Okay, I expect these 2 PRs to be closed immediately, not sent by to rework by the QA. They're still running though. And then we have like just one more, and that should be it. In the meantime, we can go. Let's just talk with our secretary and be like, how's the company doing performance-wise? Now the secretary should be called in. Yes, here we have the secretary being called in. And pull up the current company stats for you. Open the pitches, no directive, summary. Want me to dig into anything specific, the post tasks, QAQ, or how we're tracking against those objective targets? I want to know how, where we're standing regarding the objective targets. So your secretary would be like the mentor, but the mentor is supposed to be used by the agent. The agents can use the rack system if they get lost for any reason or anything. They can use the rack system to, you know, triage their situation. Of course, this is not yet finished, so it's telling me like the system tracks task counts, not edit provenance, and I need timestamps per task, and I can only read individual tasks by UUID and query across all 111 tasks, and then no defect incident tracking served here. Bottom line, the company state endpoint gives me aggregate counts, but not the telemetry needed to actually measure against these three objectives. We're flying a bit blind on our own KPIs. Yes, that's correct. And what I would recommend you consider, do you have a sense of how often you have had to manually edit agent code before merging? That's the quickest gut check on objective 1. For lead time, we could spot check a few recent tasks. If you recall any IDs, I can pull timestamps and from individual task records. For escape defects, has anything broken in production that QA missed? If not, we are likely at 0, but there's no formal tracker confirming it. So these are actually pretty good questions. And if I wanted to actually talk with him, I would, with the secretary, I would continue, but I'm gonna just, no, that's all. Thanks. We'll come back later with more work for you. We're just testing. Got it. We have two options here. As it's idle and it's like flood code, and just leave it there. It will be running on the background. It doesn't consume much. It's 230 megabytes it's consuming by being idle. I'm just gonna end its session. Just like, why would we just keep it? No need to. Can you please end the session? I need you to, yeah, there we go. Let's go check on our tasks. Look, we have a news revision. This is because the QA failed on this particular task, but we have the awaiting documentation. The documenter is working on this. Let's go check. PM front-end documenter. Commit message docs component, add company scorecard component reference and cockpit API documentation, document the new blah blah blah. So the documenter is working perfect right now on that task. This one has been completed, so we will see this one merging right now in a 210 PR, 210th one. Task implement the backend task, medium completed quickly in half an hour. Acknowledge, all good. Back. Awaiting PM review on the first task here. The PM, the backend PM here is working on the backend cell task now because the developer finished, and then this one has been sent for review, for revision. So it needed like a couple changes. Do we still have this there? I don't think so. No. Okay. And so yeah, any minute now we should see this opening PR over here. Yeah, 210. Perfect. Now now that this has left the backend PM, it will go into the main PM task queue. Completed. Perfect. If we go back there, we'll see that those PRs have been merged. We only have the front ones. In the 210, we'll see that it goes from the backend feature branch into the main PM feature branch, as we know already because we have been seeing this on the last video, on the last stream. What happens? This one is already completed, right? So we collapse it, and the main PM that has its own branch, it will open the PR for us to merge into master whenever we want to. Okay. I don't see anything. Okay. So right now we just have to wait for this one to be finished with the QA notes. Let's see. QA failed it and said 80 to the Acceptance criteria number 2 wasn't met, so no component test file exists for company scorecard. And acceptance criteria number 5 not met. PNPM test is not a defined script in blah blah blah. Fix install by test, and stuff like that. Just start working on it. This one has been completed. That's good. Why is it telling me like? Okay, just need a hard refresh. And now we're just waiting on this last one. Once this is finished, the front-end PM will close its PR, and once it closes its PR, the main PM will actually come back, gather everything from every single other cell, right? So the front-end cell and the back-end cell, and it will just, open the PR for us to review. I should see if I can manually ask the PR review to like review that task in case it doesn't do it automatically. One thing we did last time was to like check, create the self-hosted LLMs. I will explain pretty quickly how this works, because like with the OLAMA, we are defining them and we are like pre-downloading them, but they are all cloud because I use cloud. And if you want to use self-hosted, I thought it was like a good option to have. You can test the connection here by setting the URL and everything. And once you have it, it will tell you exactly what you have there. It will discover the ones that you have in your machine. And yeah, you can just change to self-hosted, save a mix, put it down there, you know, like you have like self-hosted, this Olama Cloud, this, and then the Anthropic ones over here. In the future, if we add new hosts, new providers, we will surely have that too. And apart from the AI providers, I think I will be like adding something there like engine providers, where we can plug into Cloud Code, or we can plug into Grok Build, or into Gemini CLI, any of those. Okay, the front-end developer is taking quite a bit of time. Front-end developer 1 is active. This should be like, you know, it should be like active in green or something like that, so it's more visible. I'm gonna take a screenshot so like later on I can go through these minor issues. When I have issues like this, it makes no sense, guys, to run the whole pipeline and the whole team for those things. I literally go to Cloud Code and I tell it to, hey, I don't like this, and just like fix it quick. Push it, the agents will pull from master and have the latest thing. So yeah, that's kind of like the whole idea of it, right? Okay, so that one has been merged. Just have to wait on that one, basically. This, but I don't know what kind of issues it's encountering. I feel like I've been listening to the same song non-stop for like an entire hour, but I hope I didn't. 8 pass with coverage more or equals, like greater or equals than 80%. Perfect on company scorecard. That's good. I would say it's quite all acceptance criteria are met. I'm reading the fine letter here. Let's see if it goes idle. Now let me submit for QA. Okay, this should be submitting for QA right now. See, did it forget something? Siri, no, stop. Good. Awaiting QA, perfect. Let's see if QA this time accepts it. If it passes QA, we will have the feature right now. We could even possibly do a redeploy and have it like checked out. But yeah, we'll see. QA is working. Nice. While all this is happening, let's just go back here. Let's go check. I've been lately using this thing. Is we have danger. Progress. So now we should have been. Where were the commits here? 2 minutes ago. I want to see this. We did create the tests for the scorecard. Image color output, no source file. Okay. Let's read emit. It's like a package. This config. Okay, we'll see. Which complex? They will have to resolve these conflicts, I'm pretty sure. That's something that PM will have to do. This is, sorry guys, this is stupid. This is straight up stupid. 300 plus agents daily. You don't need so many. Then they Claude plus loops plus routines plus dynamic workflows. That's the secret to burn all of your tokens, guys. Open source the entire Wall Street workflow and firms are not going to be happy about it. Process comes out without table file. Yeah, it would be nice. So 100% of is the context of your work session, compresses and advances the AI, retrieves the relevant information. Yeah. That's not a big part of thing, but that's fine. could get behind this. Good one. Let's see what's going on here. The commentator. Let's see. QA seems to have passed the thing. Let me check the conflicts. That's the conflict became, right? I'm gonna just like how did I Europeans? Okay, good. Yeah, market result. This conflict should be in. Okay, good. Just a little bit tweak there because I was there, but they can fix it. But I was like, I'm not gonna spend tokens on fixing something so little that I caught it myself while being here showing you guys. Otherwise, if I wasn't here showing you like on a live stream and having to be in front of my computer, I would probably be just I don't know, laying down, watching TV or something like that, out with friends, without having to worry about like a merge conflict. But it's fine. We could like hold it super fast, so why not? This should be completing any minute now because we have the documenter that is yeah, taking down notes, and it was a conflict on a simple you know, on such a simple thing like a comment in the code, so it's fine, not a biggie. Awaiting PM review. We're gonna finish this now. Good. We're gonna see how good it performs though. I'm gonna be preparing my GitHub. This one's the one we want. Anyway, let's see how it's going on here. Yeah, Documenter is like finishing up with its journaling and things like that. The front-end PM will finish up any minute now. PMs should be resolving now. Is it paused? Oh, because we just closed this one. Yeah, that's fine. So if we go back here, we'll see that that one has been already closed. This will merge into this, and then we're gonna have the parent task. The main PM will open the task for us to just go and review and close. Which I presume that we are going to be closing quite blindly. The thing is like no active tasks. Yes, but you have a post one, and your children tasks have been already finished. So something I never showed you. Let's just do it. We're gonna copy the task ID. Yeah, we're gonna go to agents. Did it start? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not gonna call it. But in any case, if at any point you get stuck and stuff like that, or the agents are for some reason not going to their pending tasks, pending, paused, whatever it is, in progress, claimed, we can go in here. We can click in here, spawn. You will paste the task ID, and you will say like, this task. Well, this would have been the case, right? But we say like this task has been the tasks. Let's say the tasks subtasks have been already completed. Please take care of your umbrella tasks so we don't block other developers. You would basically click on spawn agent here, and it will spawn it with this message, and the agent will know like, oh, okay, CEO is asking me to, like, you know, do my job. Basically. In progress, yes, we know that it was in progress. Blah, 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 blah. Gonna check it out, make sure everything's okay, merge into the main PM one. And at this point, we haven't even used code at all. Like, it's literally at 0. I just set it up just in case we had any issues or something like that, but it's working pretty good. And this is all, guys, because like we go there into X and we see everyone like talking about loops, harnesses, workflows, agent frameworks, swarms, and it's like none of those give you what RoboCo is giving you. What is RoboCo giving you that loops, harnesses, workflows, frameworks, they are not giving you? Governance, guys. That's the key here. Who gets to do what, how, why, what happened with it? You know, the roles that are gated, the permissions that are gated per role are the core spine of all of this. If we let the LLM, in this case, Claude, run free, it will do whatever. So, for example, I block every bash, edit, read, everything. And I set up my own MCP tools that they can use to actually get there. But I won't let them use whatever they come with out of the box, because generally that means that they run wild. And we don't want a company to run wild, right? When you run a company, you don't let it run wild. You're like behind it. It completed in 0.6 hours, that's fine. How much is, okay, 44 minutes. And so now the main PM will shortly send us a notification saying that it finished with its task, and we can get to review actually the PR that it created. Error handling not tracked yet. Muted the dash filing for instance the objective. And target versus actually what learned the 2-cell split backend content with no cross-cell dependency was the right call. Okay, that's fine. It's like logging basically in its journal. The auditor gets kicked in. He will start like checking that everything that happened, analyzing performance, um, doing a recap of the tokens that have been used. We can go actually and see like the things that already run. CEO approval, perfect. We should have a notification here. Where is it? Anyway, I can get to show you here. Look, the CEO approval queue, and we have like reject or approve. If we chose reject, we can like literally go. We can go into the task. Another thing that we could do maybe was like approve and merge, request changes, merge PR, cancel. We can delete the tasks too. That will basically get rid of the PR and everything else. I don't recommend it unless you actually messed up with your feature and you want to start over and stuff. And what I was saying is that if we go into the tracking the tokens, we will actually see exactly what happened. Remember guys that we had like 1,800 and something here. Well, now we have like 100 more bucks worth of tokens used. And if we check here, this has been our run. Everything from 2:30 a.m. we have been running. So almost a buck. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, no 4.5, 6 point something 1. Let's say 2, 7, 8, 9, almost 10, 12. Anyway, you get the idea. You see, the auditor is the thing that just run. Go up. Well, this page has no refresh button. Another thing that we might want to change. Did the auditor finish? The auditor is still running. But yeah, and we can see the breakdown by model, everything else here. The board and the main PM are the ones that use the less. The developers, of course, are the ones that they use the most. The editor finished, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Okay, so here we have a couple options, but let's just go into the. Let's see if we can kick the PR reviewer to review this thing. It hasn't, right? Yeah, it hasn't kicked. So let's just go and try. Why not? Go here. Let's go into agents. We have the PR reviewer on. We could actually give it a fast. Main PM, PR reviewer, spawn. It's a task. Please review PR number 212 that belongs to the task UID. Yeah, spawn the agent. Ooh, why did it fail to spawn the agent? Check. Not authorized. Oh, that's weird. Let me check if it's something to do with weird. PR reviewer is only here. That's actually super weird. Why wouldn't we be able to like spawn the agent? This is an issue. Shouldn't have happened. Let me go and check if we can. It's alright. We're gonna just blindly do it after the CI is finished. Let me check the. Just make sure that everything tracks. Okay. State delivered this is a test. This is the actual card. Okay, it's fine. Skeleton, card content. That's good. We're just gonna go like, you know, just go over the high level items and make sure that everything kind of tracks with what we want, and that's it. Yeah, it looks good to me. High level, fine. Such a small feature that we can like rework it at any time. CI in the panel failed. This is pretty good. This will be good. npm I'll dig it the file. Fine. That might be something that we will have to take care of after. But this is the important part too. This is the heaviest. I think that we will make it like in another half an hour to make like the be able to redeploy this and have it checked by the whole self healing feature, because I haven't got to test that yet, so we'll see how it goes. Weird that I wasn't able to hold the PR review. That's something that I will have to like was telling me that I was missing the yeah, whatever, because it's not gonna let me on internal server error, blah 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 blah, detail correlation ID. Okay. And I cannot create a task for it. I wish I could though. Anyway. Okay. Let's just approve this thing. It's just a, you know, I should have done it from here. Anyway, we can see it here. Everything looks good. Approve and complete. That's it. Task approved and completed. Here. Yeah, all good. Tasks completed. Perfect. So now we'll see if the self-healing process kicks in, because now we don't have any here, right? But we have failing CI, so this should fail, and as soon as this fails, this should be triggering the self-healing feature. Again, I haven't tested it yet, so this will be our test ride, but we'll see. A couple minutes. In the meantime, I should be updating my master, my local code. Okay. And now, where were we? Yeah, guys, as you see, you don't even have to be here in front of the computer like for much. You just have to like create the task, draft the task with the interviewer, leave your computer, and come back like in an hour, more or less, when you have the PR done, and you just review it. And with the internal PR reviewer that I'm working on right now, you won't even have to like do that. You will have to just read the breakdown from the PR reviewer and say like, yeah, this makes sense, approve, or this makes sense. We need those changes, and that sends it back to the whole pipeline without you having to actually do anything about it. Yeah. I have so many emails from the PRs. So yeah, the PRs that fail and stuff. But anyway, oh, I thought that this was triggering already something. But as soon as this finishes, yeah, it should trigger the self-healing capabilities. In fact, we have set them to true over here. Self-healing detect and notify. Watch RoboCo's own CI and notify you when it progresses. Also open a pending fix task as for the detected regression. Yeah, if everything goes well, we should have the self-healing being kicked off. We're still listening to the same tone. It sounds good. Building. It automates the development process. Takes an idea from an interview. Takes an idea into a task, and you come back to an open PR with the feature. Self-hosted, open source, created with solo founders in mind that, like me, don't have a team but need one. Yeah, that sounds good. That should catch his attention. Okay, join might have their attention. This sounds good actually. I like this one. I'm gonna save it for later. I don't know if I should go into RoboCo, go more like into Trader. Okay, any minute now, guys, we should have everything like ready. I'm gonna start like pushing stuff in here. computer is about to like melt down. I have a Mac Mini 2023 that with its only 3 years, it's yeah, struggling already. An M2 Pro, but yeah, OBS, cursor, those things are killing it. And now we should see some type of hitting being triggered. We have this red, CI. We'll see. Just wait for a minute, see if we can get something going on here. Otherwise, I will have to like go and check it out off stream. It's fine. Anybody checking? No, I don't see anybody here. We're gonna wait for 3 more minutes. If nothing happens by 45, it's 3:42 over here. If nothing happens in the next 3 minutes, we are kicking the redeployment and seeing our new, the newly created business tab, company goals, the scorecard. So log starting Postgres. I don't see the orchestrator here, so where is it and what is it doing? This was 1:34, and this was like 7 minutes ago. Didn't do much. I'm biting in the sun. Couple more minutes. Just one. Nah, it doesn't seem to be starting. Let's just bring everything down. We're gonna lead, go back here. This is the slow part, guys, so I turned out the volume a little bit of the music. Let's see how it did. Okay, we have everything done here. We already moved everything. Let's just go and bring it up. All right. All right. So yeah, guys, using RoboCo lets you stretch, go touch grass, and do things while things are getting built for you live. All this you can see on the RoboCo repo, by the way. Anyone can get in here and like literally just come here and check it out. I wonder why we have 3 branches. This one hasn't been this branch has been merged but not deleted. I should have you know, do it from the UI so that it didn't do that, but that's fine. We're gonna stay here for now. It's yeah, exactly. We just need to wait for this. So yeah, it's working pretty much on its own, and there's some rough edges. It's still, it's not on a V1, it's still on a V0, but it's getting close there. It's getting pretty much close. Of course, the processes that I'm showing you, like the whole deployment and stuff like that, I deploy this way because this is my way of testing, right? So like what I will do is like just copy all of my files into my NAS. I have a NAS here with I guess to show you how, where I can. So I have a NAS here with like 128 gigabytes of memory, 30 terabytes of or hard drive, and 2 terabytes of cache. So with this, I should be quite good to run this thing. As you see, the CPU utilization, even when I'm running my agents, it's not that big. I'm on a, what is this, a Ugreen NAS DXP 6800, so 6 slots on a RAID 5, no? Where did I have the RAID, the type? I don't remember. Anyway, memory is also like mostly unused. Yeah, basically. So with this type of setup, I'm being able to run everything without any type of issue and not kill my gear Mac Mini. But I guess that if you guys have something to like a home lab or like a couple, like, I don't know, a NAS or something like that, a really good computer or something, you can run this, like, no issues. We were checking before, and the biggest an agent was running was 500 megabytes, I think, of RAM usage, so it's not that much. And if you go here, guys, I changed the documentation to have a more where is it? Auto. So now it's like all sectioned, and it's quite better this way. So like if we go into the README, we'll have like how RoboCo works. Do you prefer a video and stuff? Command center, blah blah blah. So we go right into the shape of the company, how it works. Starts with you, so like you describe what you want. This is where it starts. There's questions and stuff. Then you approve. The proposal is ready to launch. Starts. Everything that we've seen today, but now it's like a little bit better organized. The cells build it. You can see everything here. The last call and the loop. So the last call is yours. Like, do you want to approve? You go here. You check your This is when we were creating the task assistant here. It says prompter conversational task authoring page for RoboCo. This was the 80th PR. We are now at 200 and something. So like, there's been a lot of work in the in the meantime since these first screens. And then you have the business workflow, which is the thing that we saw today. So this has been like newly added to it. I still have to add the screens for this, but yeah. And then you can just like go back to the index, the README. And this is like the actual index with the 26-minute intro that I did here on a first Loom video. Then you have like the previous session to 2.5 hours, and just like general overview how to run it. This is important, guys, because like there's something I wanna clarify here. You have the Docker Compose YAML and YML. These are because like I actually like have to run it on my NAS, and as I told you guys, when I'm developing and doing all the stuff, my tests and stuff, I needed to actually be my latest code and not make a release for it that I don't know if it's working or not. So what I'll do is just run it from here. If you don't want to do that, which is like much better, because otherwise you will have to clone the whole project, set it up and stuff, you can also use the Docker Compose registry. This will pull the images from the registry. So as you see, RoboCo registry, or just from here, basically the packages. Yeah. Have RoboCo agent base, the orchestrator, the agent PR review, prompter, agent PM, the front end, UX, the backend, I don't know, everything. And that's pretty much how you can, guys, set it up basically, and have it run on whatever machine you feel comfortable running it, and know that it will run without a problem. Releases, as we were saying, like the V0.6.0 is the one that we've been using today. There have been a couple fixes. The 0.5.0. Or anyway, probably gonna be making a couple of releases. A release at least after I've fixed all the issues that we kind of saw today. Oh, here we go. Failure, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, I knew that which was gonna happen. Maybe we take a little bit more time as we fix this, and we got an error at build time, at building the images. It originated from the last agent's run. I can see why in the CI. We're gonna give it all the information that it needs, so that it doesn't, waste our time going back and forth, because like Cloud Code has been doing that a lot lately. RoboCo doesn't do that to me, even if it's using actually Cloud Code under the hood. Where were we? Here. It's gonna take us a little bit more, but we'll get there in a better shape. Luckily, we gave it all the clues, so now Cloud is being like quite fast, but yeah. So now we can actually do here. Just a second. Okay, it's running like a couple checks before it does. music got much better. You were saying? Nah, it's 3 hours. Good. Come on. You're not gonna build now, that's it. Do we have the color? Yes. We're just gonna push to origin. That will like make it like a green though. And we didn't want that, but that's fine. Here, we're gonna run a make clean just in case. And push everything here. Thank you very much. Go. RoboCo selected. Yeah, RoboCo import. Here we go again. Minor hiccup, but you know, we enjoy the music. We just wait for it. We're just testing, showing a little bit of this and that here and there. Music is good. I'm happy with that explanation. Kudos to Xmode map. It's good. Yeah, I know the concept now. Okay, nice. Been resolved. One settings, patient allowed, ask denied. Nobody set up. Settings JSON is like one of the most old things in cloud code. I'm people living on block code. Or am I just like watching like bot posting on X? Headroom. Oh. saw it. I knew it. I knew it. The long and short of it, it's not as good as advertised. At least not with Hermes, which was my intended use case. Okay. If these people only like paid attention to the things I'm doing, they would stop it with like loops and all that stuff, like beside loops, workflows. They all like loops are the solution, frameworks are the solution, workflows are the solution, harnesses are the solution. Nah, governance. Including loop. Let me make a 2.6. Just concentrate on what we have to do here. We shouldn't be too far from getting this deployed, and so we can move on to see the features that we developed and how they did, like if they did good or not. In this case, we have just like a log file mismatch, so it should be completely fine. Yeah, guys, I would like to see in the comments, like on the YouTube video with this, when this is like a YouTube video, I would like actually see the comments, guys, and see if you actually liked it, if you like how RoboCo works, if you would be keen to like test it out. These days it has been a little bit more clear to me that maybe not everybody can like run RoboCo in their with their setups and stuff, because like I'm thinking about my Mac Mini and I'm running everything on a NAS, and so like not everybody has a NAS, right? So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, I think this could be like some kind of service today, tomorrow, or something like that. Yeah, we'll see how it moves going forward, and based on that, I guess I will have to make a couple of decisions. Right now, I'm interested in building this and making the impact that I want to make. I think I actually got it quite right on how to like get things done here. And by the way, we were talking about the usage before. Let's go check how much we have used since we started. For the full feature, we used 1%. We are at 30% right now. We were at 29% when we started, like, well, an hour, 2 hours ago. So in the whole feature, we used how many agents? We had front-end developer 1, front-end QA, front-end PM, back-end developer 1, main PM. We had the auditor, board, head of marketing, the intake, and many of them did more than one turn. Oh, my camera is like going crazy. Okay, and more than one did more than one turn, right? So using 1% for the amount of actual the amount of actual work that we did, I would say that RoboCo is not burning tokens. I would dare to say that it's not burning tokens. And if it's actually burning tokens, it's not burning those many. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good if you ask me. We're close, guys. Any minute now, this should be deployed. Once we have it deployed, we're gonna go into the business tab, and we're gonna make sure that our new tab is there, ready for us to, you know, check it out and work with it. After that, I will finish the stream, but yeah, I wanted to make it a full circle at least, and show from beginning to end how it's working right now, which is quite different as it was working last week, a couple days ago actually. It's going pretty fast in the way that it's building. We made it to a panel, should be quite close to. PM. Come on, you can do this. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And we needed to initialize the embedder. Well, the knowledge base will start indexing everything and stuff, and then we should be good to go. Okay, nice. Orchestrator is up. Hold on, started. Over here. Yeah. Okay, let's go check. Company. Where's my? Oh, under goals. Yeah, we have the company charter. There we go. The scorecard. Perfect. Yeah, company scorecard. There we go. Done in the last 30 days. We have 107 tasks. 30 days spent. 451. Projected monthly 1,900. No budget cap set. No data yet, no track yet, not track yet. That's fine, because we are not like actually tracking those things as of now, but we literally got exactly what we wanted, so that's a good signal, right? It's just like do a quick refresh here. We're gonna check like whatever we're getting from business. Beautiful. No, not what I was looking for. Anyway, the important thing here, guys, is that we got exactly what we wanted. I think this is perfect case scenario. We didn't have any major issues with the whole implementation. Everything went pretty much as planned. We only had that PM issue arise, but we handled it like quite fast and easily with like our cloud code session that was ready for us there. And so yeah, that was pretty much it for today. I don't have much to show you guys today, but yeah, I hope that you liked it, that you want to try this out, that you're curious about like governance and how to improve our workflow, our flow of our way of working with AI by just, you know, being in front of the computer for like what 15 to 20 minutes trying to like fix a couple of things and or create a new feature, and that's it. You go away, you let everything happen for you, you come back and you have like a PR ready for you there, waiting to be approved or rejected and asked for changes. Yeah, I hope that you all guys liked it, and I'll see you next time.